This should hopefully be just a quick video of me showing you a bit of the single crochet join as you go process for my shawl. If you're interested in these squares, I have a video about the square. I don't have a video for the half square, but I do have a written pattern, which I'm not sure if it's out or not yet when I'm posting this, but it'll either be out or out soon. I'm just using this Women's Institute acrylic yarn, DK yarn, to join, and I have already joined my yarn in this corner. I placed 2 single crochets in the chain space, a single crochet in every stitch, 3 in the corner, another single crochet in every stitch, and 2 more in this corner. So now that this is all complete, I'm going to show you how to attach to this one. We'll start by putting the yarn back onto our hook, and we're just going to place 1 single crochet into the corner here of this next square, just going straight over and placing single crochet in there. We're then going to slightly pull our loop out and take our hook off our loop, making sure the stitch doesn't undo. And then we're going to put our hook back into the last stitch that we did on the triangle. So here's the stitch we just did, and there's the last one on the triangle. We're going to go back into it, and we're going to pull this loop through that stitch. And then we're going to place another single crochet in this corner space on the square and do the same thing again. We pull the loop slightly out, remove our hook, and now we're going to go to the next stitch. So this is the stitch that was the last stitch of the triangle that we've just pulled a loop through, and now you can see that these two will be adjacent to each other. We're going to put our hook into the second to last stitch on the triangle, put the loop back on our hook and pull the loop through. We're now going to move over to the stitches. Sorry, I realised my square was turned around the wrong way, so I've just redone those 2 stitches, but I've done it the exact same way. I just turned this square to face the right side. I accidentally had the square facing the wrong side. So now we're going to move over to the stitches. So you can see I've pulled the loop. Ooh, you can see I've pulled the loop through those first 2 stitches as I've done these first 2 stitches. So now I'm moving over to this double treble, placing a single crochet, pulling the loop out slightly, and just going to the next stitch. Each time just moving 1 stitch over, because it should all line up and it will start to connect like this. So you can see I will place a single crochet in this treble next, and it will line up with this stitch, and I'll just keep doing that. Every single crochet I will pull my hook off, pull the loop through the stitch that's adjacent on the triangle, and I'll do that the whole way across. And then I will place 2 in this corner, joining them to the first 2 in this corner, and I'll meet you just as I'm doing that. So you can see now I've gotten all the way to the final stitch that's attached to this double treble, and they are now attached. I quite like the way it looks. It has this kind of twisty look. It might sound fiddly at first, but once you actually get into it, you'll get into a flow, and I find that I can do it quite quickly. Once I'm doing it, I kind of hold it in this direction rather than usually you would crochet across and you'd probably hold it this way. I kind of hold it with them both this way and go back and forth, and I find that it's quite speedy. Anyway, I've just pulled this loop through that last stitch, So as I said, I'm going to now place one into the chain space here, and again let the loop free, find the next stitch, which you can see is in the chain space here, pull the loop through, one more, as there's 3 in the corner. This is the center of the corner, so we're not going to want to go any further than this, because that would be going round to the other side. So that's all the joining for these sides done. So what we're going to do now is just regularly single crochet. So I'm going to place one more regular single crochet into this corner space, then I'm going to single crochet in all the stitches, and then I'm going to go 3 single crochets in the corner space, and I'm going to single crochet in all the stitches along this side, and then I'm going to only place 2 in this corner. So I will meet you just as I get to this corner, and then we will be joining a new square back this way. So here I've gotten all the way around, like I was saying I would, all the way around down to here. I'm just before the corner now. I'm going to place, as I said, only 2 in the corner, not the full 3, because I don't want to start going around this side. I want to stay on bits that will line up with the next square, which will be this one. So just going to show you one more time the same method that we did here. I've just finished the 2 in here. My hook is still in this loop, and I'm just going to single crochet straight into this corner. I'm going to make sure it's actually facing the right way this time before I start. Straight into the corner, and then I'm going to put the loop through the last stitch from the previous square. Oh, of course when I film it, when I actually get into a rhythm I can do it quite quickly, but when I'm trying to film it I feel like it becomes more difficult. So that's that loop through, then one more single crochet in this corner space, pull the loop through the other corner space stitch over on the other square, and yeah, then we're going to continue to the double treble, pulling the loop through, and we're just going to keep looking for that next stitch that we haven't already pulled a loop through each and every stitch. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm just going to continue, do the same thing as I've been doing here and as I did over here. Every single crochet along, pulling the loop through the adjacent stitch over this side. I'm going to join the first 2 in the corner here, not join the third one from the corner, and just do a regular single crochet here, regular single crochets all the way around until here. 2 in this corner, not the full 3, and then I'm going to join the next square. Once we get to the bottom of our triangle, we will single crochet all along this edge here, including adding the stitch into the corner that we're not doing right now. So we will be single crocheting all the way. So if we imagine, let's imagine this is as big as my shawl is and this is the final corner. I will join here, single crochet all the way around here, 3 in the corner here, all the way along, placing the one in this corner that we've not done and the one in this corner that we've not done, continuing all the way along. And then from here we will be joining the next square, which actually it wouldn't be a square here, it would be a half square, so let me grab one of those. So once I've made my way all the way round and back up this edge, I will then attach into the corner of this next half square and join as I go along here, and then I would crochet along this side and back down just in the same way I'm doing here. We're going back down, I'd be going back down along another square, which let me grab, it would be another purple one, back down along, join as you go. I just wanted to insert a little clip of the joining of the third and fourth squares in a corner. So I've just done one single crochet in the corner space, and then I pull the loop through the matching one, another one, and pull it over. So I'm going to put my hook past the two here, down over into the actual corner stitch all the way down there, and then pull it through, and then complete my final third single crochet in that chain space, as there's always 3 in the corner. And then I'm going to continue single crocheting all the way up this side, only placing 2 in the final corner. And then here I've done the regular join all the way back down just before the corner, so I'm placing 1 into the corner, pulling that through the first corner space stitch on this square, and then I'm going to go over and put my hook in the same place I put it last time when I was attaching that third one to attach this fourth one, and now complete the third and final stitch in that corner space. And then I will continue as usual to attach it to the square. I know this footage isn't quite as clear as the other footage I filmed, but I thought it might be good to at least show it a bit, because I tried to explain it, but I think you might want to actually see me do it, even if it's maybe not quite as clear. I thought it's better than nothing. I'll just show you it as I'm doing it. So now I'm just going to continue joining these 2 squares together as usual and continue using the same methods described earlier. If you want the full diagram and layout of the direction of all the joins, you can find that in the pattern, which, as I said, I'm not sure if that's out yet or not when this is coming out, but there should be a link in my description either way. Yeah, so I hope that this helped. Please consider buying my pattern if you liked this video, or buying me a coffee on Ko-fi or Ko-fi, whatever you want to call it. Or if you don't feel like you can support financially, likes, comments, shares are also really appreciated. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye bye.